There's a new push to try and pardon Edward Snowden that's happening at the moment, BBC explains here. Two of the most prominent human rights organizations in the United States are about to launch a campaign for the presidential pardon of Edward Snowden. The American Civil Liberties Union and Amnesty International are ready to launch the Pardon Snowden campaign. They are urging President Barack Obama to act before he leaves office in January 2017. The launch this week coincides with the release of an Oliver Stone biopic about the former NSA contractor. So, of course, Edward Snowden is the whistleblower who released the fact that there's indiscriminate mass surveillance going on, as the NSA was pretending. What, I don't know what you mean. Mass surveillance, collecting all your metadata. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So in other words, this guy goes, hey, some Orwellian shit is happening, and it violates the Constitution, and it violates specifically the Fourth Amendment, your protection from unreasonable search and seizure, which says that a specific warrant for a specific thing needs to be, issued before the government can take your information like that. He says that, and they go, criminal, exiled, gone. Okay, it is so preposterous that Daniel Ellsberg, who of course released the Pentagon Papers, and let us know, hey, by the way, the U.S. government with your tax money is massacring civilians with Agent Orange and napalm and chemical weapons, and we're killing innocent villagers, and we're basically being terrorists. All right. So at the time, what did people say about him? Oh my God, traitor, treasonous, horrible, horrific, lock him up, throw away the key, yada, yada. Today, what happens? Everybody looks back and goes, oh, are we fucking stupid? Obviously, that's something we should know. Our government is acting like terrorists. Bad idea. So we should know so we can have the ability to fight and stop it, because we shouldn't allow that. So now everybody goes, oh, hero. He's a hero. That's what he is. He's a fucking hero. Now, Edward Snowden, same fucking script. Different person. People in government, oh my God, fucking terrible, traitor, treasonous, evil, wrong, bad, lock him up, throw away the key, exile to Russia, all these different things. And what, you don't think, it's already happening right now that people realize, oh wait, that dude's kind of right. He's just letting us know that the government's collecting all our metadata and doing mass surveillance. I think we kind of should know that in what's supposed to be a free democracy. But they can't help themselves. It's still, the scripts, still happening, occurring right in front of us. President Obama famously used to say, oh, I'm going to be, whistleblowers have a place to go in my administration, and we're going to be open and transparent and this and that. And then now what are they doing? Like, bitch, we didn't mean any of that shit. So, yeah, oh, you've hardened the United States. Really? Give me evidence. Fucking crickets. There are crickets. I hear crickets. Because you don't have any evidence. There is no evidence. Edward Snowden helping Al-Qaeda. That's what's happening. Okay, evidence. No evidence. They just assert it and expect us to go, oh, okay, so he helped Al-Qaeda. I guess that's a bad thing. But you got to provide evidence for something like that. And again, this disregards how they did it. They went through all of his information with a fine-tooth comb and said, okay, you know what? This might actually harm national security, and there's a legitimate reason for this thing to be classified and top secret. We're not going to release that. We're going to be responsible. But okay, this is not something that should be classified or top secret. This is something that is violating the Constitution and the Fourth Amendment. The American people should know this. There is news value in this. I'm a whistleblower telling you all the illegal things your government is doing, and we should release these things. So they were super specific, and they cared deeply about doing the right thing and doing it the right way. But no, he's not allowed to do that. Now, compare this with how Hillary Clinton was treated. With her email scandal. Now, she wasn't just using a private email account. She had a private email server built into her place. Okay, red flags, what's going on there? Now, not only that, they repeatedly sent back and forth top secret information, classified information, all this different stuff. Guys, according to the FBI, there was less security on her server when she was Secretary of State than there was security on a basic Gmail account. They say, well, we don't know if any, hostile governments or hackers, got into her stuff, but then again, we don't know if we'd be able to know. So they might not leave a track that we can pick up on. This is the FBI saying that. But at the end of all of it, what do they say? Well, look, she's not a Russian spy. Her intent wasn't bad. So how can we could take action against somebody who has pure intent? Good question. Ask Edward Snowden. His intent couldn't be more pure. It couldn't be more pure. Like, I don't care. I don't care. And then, by the way, so here's a really important point that I didn't know about for the longest time, but a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, whatever it was, I spoke to Glenn Greenwald on the show, and he explained to me that for people who say, because I always thought, I don't get why Snowden doesn't come back and have the case, because he'll win. He did that which is constitutional. He's exposing illegal activities, unconstitutional activities that the government is doing to violate your Fourth Amendment rights. So why doesn't he come back and fight? He'll win. That's what I thought. Glenn says, no, you don't get it. He can't use a public good defense, like I'm doing it in the public interest. He can't use that defense because of some absurd, obscure old law that doesn't even allow him to use that as a defense. So the second he starts to say, hey, look, my intent was, they're like, we don't care if it's public good. We don't care if there's a legitimate reason for it. The fact that you did it is bad enough, so now we're going to lock you up. So this is why every time you hear a U.S. government official say, well, why he should just come back and he'll get a fair trial, that is utter bullshit. Complete and utter bullshit. So the guy's been fucked, man, and he's fucked when he did the right thing by us. Unless you think, well, there was no value in this. They've done some reforms. Congress has done some reforms since they learned this. So obviously there was something there if they felt the need to tweak the Patriot Act and do certain things, which they have done. It hasn't gone far enough, but they're beginning, and they had the conversation. There's some more libertarian-leaning members of Congress and progressive-leaning members of Congress who are like, no, let's work something out here. So there was a lot of value in it, and people admit that there's value in it. And also people say, he should have went through proper channels before doing this. He tried! He got fucking slapped in the face, so he had to go to the press. So all the arguments against him are utter bullshit. For fuck's sake, free Edward Snowden. Allow him back in the country. Pardon Edward Snowden. Don't be stupid. Obama, you care about, my legacy. You really fucking care about your legacy? Pardon Edward Snowden right now.